What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. I'm very excited to be bringing you guys another episode of the 4-country challenge. Each round in this format, I flash up 4 images. 3 of these images come from the same country, and 1 of them is an imposter. The pros who I challenged have to figure out which one is the main country, which one is the imposter, and what country that imposter is. They get 1 point for naming each one. So for example, in this one from last episode, the main country is Australia and the imposter is US. If I guess that the main country was Australia and that green was the imposter, but I guessed that the imposter country was Brazil, then I'll get 2 out of 3 points because I named the main country and the color of the imposter. This time I'm also changing it up a little bit because I'll flash up the rounds before the pros play them. So you can pause the video, grab a pen and paper, and write down your own answers to see how you compare. Anyway, last episode I brought along a whole bunch of the best content creator Geoguessr players in the world. In this episode, I've gathered some of the best pros full stop. So we've got Steek, who is normally known to be the best player in the world. We've got Debray, who has the second most tournament wins after Steek. And then we also have my 2 good friends, Kodiak and Lenley. So guys, let's get straight into the rounds today. Don't forget to play along if you want to, and let's get it. So then, here is the first image.
Very interesting. Looks European for sure. Blue one gave me like Italy or Bulgaria vibes or something like that off the bat. Yellow one gave me like Russia. Kind of weird. The red one doesn't really look like anything to me. Oh, wait, actually, there's like a hook pole in the blue one. So that would make sense with, I don't know, like Croatia, Italy, Bulgaria, whatever. Maybe I like Italy the most. Green one could be Italy for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Italy as the main country. I don't really know where red would be. It doesn't look like anything to me. Oh wait, okay, imposter green, and it's France.
So on this first round, you have scored 1 point. The imposter is indeed green. On the other 3, we're looking at Turkey. And green is Bulgaria. Yeah, so 1 point.
Turkey didn't really cross my mind, but it makes sense in hindsight.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm joined by Debray, who is a 6-time Rainbow Tournament winner and also a map maker who knows a lot of bait locations. I think that's fair to say, wouldn't it?
Yeah, some of them.
So I'm curious to see how you'll go on some of these, but let's get straight into the first round here.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, right off the bat, I'm feeling Turkey here. Blue, I think, is definitely Turkey. I'm getting a very strong sort of northeast Turkey vibe with that pole in the background as well as this house. It makes me feel like Rize, Trabzon, that kind of place. Yellow also, I think, would pass for Turkey. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I see some poles in the background that would fit as well. So far, nothing that out of the ordinary. And I think red I could also see being in the northeast with the hill in the background. And I think that I don't know what that pole is, but it wouldn't be too surprising.
Right.
This green one, I mean, realistically, like I could also see this being Turkey, so like I could be messing up the odd one out here. But and if I had to say one country for the green, okay, but now I'm thinking that one is actually Turkey. So now I'm needing to reconsider. So I'm gonna say green is actually Turkey as well. And yellow. Do I want to say that? I feel like yellow could be like Italy or something. Because the house is a little bit off. Yeah, let's say red, blue, and green are Turkey, and yellow is actually Italy.
Okay, so you scored 1 point here. Unfortunately, you made the wrong switch up at the end. Green is the imposter, which is Bulgaria, near Istanbul. Okay, welcome Kodiak. I'm sending you through the first location now. Let's get it.
Okay, this looks fairly European, I would say, from the first glance. Let me look at the red one first. Okay, we see a pole top, some hooks, and like a hole. So for the blue one, my first thought was like France or maybe Italy actually. Yellow is interesting. And green green also looks kind of Mediterranean. So I'm thinking something Mediterranean. I don't really see the pole in the blue one that well, like the second one. It could almost be Turkish. So for now, I don't really know where we are. That's the thing. That makes it harder to find an outlier.
That is true. It's not meant to be easy though, of course.
Yeah, the blue one looks almost like it looks kind of Italian, but could it be like Bulgarian or something? Cannot see the poles there. Yeah, you made it hard. That's nice. And green one, I don't know. Like green one feels kind of Portuguese, Spanish, maybe Greek or Italian. Okay, so I have like a couple locations like the green and blue where I feel like they might be Italian. And yellow I just cannot place at all for now. And red is like, I would say France or something. Okay, so because I think blue and green both look kind of Italian, I would say the country is Italy. Okay, I go with Italy for blue, green, and red, and yellow is the imposter, and yellow is so weird. Almost looks Romanian or something. Yeah, I would say yellow is Romania. But this will be 0 point.
Yeah, unfortunately 0 points here. So the
Yeah.
main country is Turkey, and then green is Bulgaria.
Interesting. Yeah, so for yellow I could see Turkey. Like, I think I mentioned that as well.
Here is the first round stick.
Okay, what is this? I think green. Green is Bulgaria, I think. The other countries are weird. I'm not sure at all what red is, to be fair. I think yellow could be Bulgaria as well, and then blue as well. Actually, blue might be Turkey, yellow could also be Turkey, red as well. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna say the imposter is actually green Bulgaria, and the main country is Turkey.
Very nice, 3 points. That's correct.
Actually?
Actually.
So immediately the blue one looks like definitely gonna be South America somewhere. There's nothing else would really make sense, I think. Probably Chile or Peru. Row lines in the yellow one kind of feel a bit off. Also like the net on the stone wall. I think red one might be Europe actually. I feel like green and blue definitely look South American. And I think guessing Chile or Peru makes the most sense here. Both main country Peru. The imposter would be red. And red is somewhere in Europe, like, let's say, Canaries.
Okay, so once again, 1 point. The country is indeed Peru. The imposter was yellow, which is Albania.
I knew, both looked European. I knew it would be one Europe. Should have gone for yellow, but that's fine. That's fine.
You immediately had the vibe, but then kind of talked yourself out of it. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, kind of.
I want to say, I mean, green to me feels like, I mean, I think Peru definitely has to be involved here. Red seems like a very easy Peru with the road lines. I don't expect to see this in any other country with two solid whites on both sides, especially with this landscape. Yellow is strange. Yellow feels more like something out of Europe. It feels more like northern Albania or something like that. I've seen similar roads there. SH20 comes to mind, for example. But green I could also see being in Peru. I could also see it being in Bolivia, but I feel like Peru is probably more likely with all those trees in the background. And blue kind of has like a Chilean vibe to it, but I wouldn't expect this like something. It just looks very poor. I wouldn't expect it to actually be in Chile. So I think we're going to be looking at three Perus here. And yellow, based on just like the road, it could also be like Italy, for example. But I think I'm gonna go with the Albania here. It's like far north Albania. The 3 Peru, 1 Albania.
You are absolutely correct. 3 points. Let's go.
All right.
Well done.
Where was the yellow one? Because I feel like I might know that road. I could be wrong though.
And so this is the SH71. It's like central Southern.
Okay, I can live with that. At least I got the country right.
Yeah, it's still very impressive, I would say.
Alright, next one.
Let's go.
So, very dry canyon-like landscape. Okay, I feel like the blue one specifically looks very Peruvian. The rest doesn't feel Peru for me. Especially like the yellow one. Wait, this is not Spain, right? Interesting, with like those protections against rock falling down. I feel like that's kind of a European thing to do. Okay, I've seen like a similar canyon in Montenegro, but like obviously this doesn't look like Montenegro, but just like the walls and the road size and everything reminded me. But it's very dry. I feel like the road lines are very weird for Peru, so I think just the blue one maybe being Peru and the others are Spain is like my thought for now. Oh wait, is this Chile? Wait, is that like the yellow one has like Chile indents underneath the guardrail, if I see that correctly. And then maybe red is actually also Peru, but like very close to Ecuador. Huh. It kind of makes sense now. Green could also be Peru. Okay, I think I would say yellow is the imposter and it's Chile, and the main country is Peru and it's blue, red and green.
Okay, well done. You've got 2 points out of 3 here. So you correctly identified Peru, and yellow is indeed the imposter, but it's Albania, actually.
Albania?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Nice work, though.
Okay, first of all, I think yellow is like central Albania, and I think it's meant to resemble Peru, like the other ones. So, because I think red, blue, and green are all Peru. Although green could be Bolivia. But I think I'll go with it. The main country is Peru for red, blue, and green, and yellow is Albania.
Nice. 3 points again.
Yeah, going good.
First of all, we have a tracker in the blue one. It looks very interesting. The architecture looks very European, but it might just be bait. It's also a Gen 2 tracker. So honestly, I have no idea what that is. The other images are just jungle. So that's a crazy one for sure. I think this one might be not obvious. And I obviously don't think that blue will be the imposter here. I think I have to use blue to work out what vibe we are going for here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be like South Africa potentially. I don't really see it, but like the skyline in the back kind of looks like it could be. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense with the others. I also thought of like France, and every jungle around is just like a random Martinique tracker or whatever. I think that's it. Not really getting anything from it. The cars in the top right one could be European, but it's probably not Europe because of that skyline. I'm not getting any vibes here. This is definitely the hardest one you made so far for me. I mean, bottom right is like probably a national park card. That's like a weird blur or something. Green one looks like Colombia to me. Red one looks like Sri Lanka or something. Yellow one looks like weird Australia or whatever. Yes, could be Australia. You know what? I'm going with Australia, main country. Green is imposter, green is Colombia.
Okay, yeah, you never mentioned the right country or any of the right countries at all here. So the main country is Brazil, which is all of them apart from red. I think blue is Rio, yellow is Mato Grosso do Sul, green is Santa Catarina, and then red is a Thai national park.
That was a crazy one.
Yeah.
Yellow feels like a place I'm supposed to know. Like yellow feels extremely familiar. Yeah, I mean red feels to me like the asphalt feels like I could see it being somewhere in Indonesia, and the rest of the landscape kind of corroborates it. So I want to say one Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure about blue though, because blue is very strange to me. Like blue feels like some, I want to say Portuguese colonial architecture, but I don't know like where that would realistically place me, because I don't want to guess Macau on it. I want to like kind of like figure out what the bait is here, because like I feel like if you just look at this like on first sight, like you would expect like blue to be the odd one out and the other three to be in the same country. So I'm kind of thinking like that is not supposed to be the case, but maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit. Wait, actually, if I'm looking at the yellow like a little bit more right now, and is that like the back of a truck? I think I'm seeing that the back of a truck there, or at least something, some kind of truck related camera, which definitely changed things up.
Okay.
Because like it looks like a Gen 4 Kenya camera, but this is not Gen 4, so I'm confused like what that means. Yeah, I am just kind of clueless on this one. It's Gen 2, but the Gen 2 could be bait. Nothing really comes to mind as for like the camera on the yellow one, because I feel like if I know that, then like the rest of it's gonna become like at least somewhat obvious. I can't really say anything on this one because it feels like I'm really close to like understanding like what I'm looking at, but I just can't really quite get there.
Right.
Like blue is one of those things where like with this Gen 2 and this skyline, like I feel like if you know, you know. I really want to say Macau, but then like I don't know what like the bait is. Like I don't, that doesn't sound right to me. But
Okay, so what do you think the main country is then?
I don't like the yellow one because of the camera, but I think out of just like not wanting to deal with this more, I'm just gonna say Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to mark the blue one as Macau, even though I'm like 99% certain that like none of these are right.
Right. Okay, so the main country is actually Brazil, which is all of them apart from red. And then, red is Thailand. So, yeah. No
That
points
makes
here.
sense.
Okay, the next one. Okay, directly on the water. Okay, so I feel like the red one looks either Cambodian or maybe like Sri Lanka. Oh wait, could this be Brazil? I mean, the plants, especially in the red and yellow one, they look pretty Southeast Asian to me. And it's Gen 2 on the blue one. But this looks almost like, yeah, I mean, this tracker, right? Gen 2 tracker with like a built-up city like that, with a highway directly on the coast. Surely is a tracker. And the bottom left one almost looks South American from the vibe I get. So I feel like green is either Colombia or like Brazil for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like yellow and red belong to the same country, and it feels like, I would say Cambodia, but like blue, how does fit, like that doesn't fit with blue. Why is blue even in this? I mean, the cars almost look European or something. What the heck did you do here? Like, what is this?
I can tell you 3 of them are the same country.
Like, in theory, like red, green, and yellow should be the same because it's just rural somewhere in the forest. But like, I don't believe that green is the same as red and yellow. But I don't know where I would put blue. What can I, like Gen 2 in Asia, I could see like Taiwan, but this is not Taiwan. This building doesn't even look that Asian. How is this Gen 2? Okay, so for now I say green is the imposter, but I still don't know what country I want to go with for the others. Could this be actually that yellow is the imposter, and green, red, and blue are Brazil or something like that. Ah, dude, I changed my mind and I say yellow is the imposter, and that blue, red, and green are Brazil. The imposter. Okay, I'm between like Cambodia and Thailand, but because you don't make it easy, I would say Thailand.
Okay, interesting result here. Such an interesting result. So, you actually got 2 out of 3 points because the imposter is Thailand and you got that the main country is Brazil. However, the imposter is not yellow but red. There you go.
So, yeah, okay. Yeah, nice. But like at least I kind of got there in the end.
Tell me what you're thinking.
What am I looking at here? Interesting. What is the blue one? Okay, so blue is gonna be the capital city of the country, probably. Yellow looks like Mexico to me, and green could be Mexico as well. I guess blue would be Mexico City, but I have no idea if it looks like that. And then red looks like Cambodia. Dude, I'm not sure at all here. Nice 0 points here. I think I'll go with Mexico being the main country and red being the imposter, Cambodia.
Okay, yeah, 0 points here. The main
Yeah,
country.
what the hell?
Yeah, main country is Brazil, which is all of them apart from red.
Ah.
And you're right. No, sorry. 1 point. Red is the imposter, so you get a point there. And that is.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is Thailand, you. What?
Yeah.
Alright, so this looks alpine. The question is, can we be in Switzerland? Because none of the pictures seem to have low cam. Maybe green one, potentially green. Blue seems like a tracker. We can't judge low cam on that. And red could also be a tracker, honestly. So Switzerland is still possible. Austria obviously also possible. Don't think the main country should be anything else, but obviously it could be Italy or France as well. Don't necessarily think so though. The green one is kind of the odd one out, but it could be like a mountain tracker in the Alps. Also kind of gives me like a UK Scottish vibe or whatever. Potentially it could be the odd one out. I don't know, the trail just doesn't look too Swiss. I think I'm going with Switzerland as the main country because you are trying to trick us after all. I think I'm going for yellow as the imposter.
Where do you think it is?
USA.
Len, 3 points. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
So, all 3 of them are just low cam. They're just like on slight downhill, so it kind of looks more normal. And then yellow is like some kind of national park in Colorado. And so I think that was like, I can't remember if it was car or truck. Yeah.
Sick. I mean, the soil kind of didn't look like the Alps to me. So
Right. That was an impressive get.
Yeah.
Like 3 points there is
Thank
really
you,
good.
thank you.
Okay, mountains. Good start, good start. We're definitely looking at Alps. Red, blue, and green should be from the same country. Because like yellow just looks very different. Like I'm getting a lot of vibes from this and none of them are Europe. Like I am like basically 100% confident that yellow is not Europe. And the first thing it actually reminded me of, even though I know like 100% it's not there because it just doesn't, like upon closer inspection, it doesn't look like this at all. Like first impression was like that one forest in Kyrgyzstan with those like really bushy like like spruce trees. And then I'm looking at it more and it's like now I'm feeling like North America. These trees are more like Pacific Northwest, like British Columbia, Alaska, Washington, that sort of thing. Now the camera on some of these like earlier ones is like angled up like at quite an obnoxious amount, so I'm gonna say that they're all Switzerland because surely it's just like low cam bait trying to like hide the low cam. And yellow, I'm not sure if I want to say US or Canada. My gut is telling me Alaska, but I really don't know what road in Alaska would look like this, so I'm going to just go with Canada because I feel like these like random like really rural roads are more BC to me. But yeah, 3 Switzerland, 1 Canada. My final answer.
Dude, the map maker in you is too perceptive. Like I don't think anyone else will realize the how angled up these are. But yeah, you're right. It is Switzerland, and then yellow is in Colorado, unfortunately. So 2 points out of 3, not too bad. But yeah.
So, next one. Okay, we have some mountainous landscapes. I would say almost alpine. I feel like blue and red will be in the same country and probably almost on the same road. Yellow almost looks like it's Romania or something. I am not sure. Like green has some very steep cliffs in those mountains. Okay, first of all, what do I think for red and blue? I think it's an alpine country, but it's like very hard to pick. I guess something like, does it feel like low-cam? Maybe. Hard to tell from those pictures. It's almost French. Buildings almost look Swiss again, or Austrian. Or is it Italy? Okay, I think red and blue are France. And now I need to decide between like yellow and green. I really cannot place green yet. Could this be like the tallest peaks in Scotland? But I think I go with France for the main country. And I go for green as the imposter. And I Dude, UK is such a bad guess here. But okay, I just go UK anyway.
Okay.
This will be 0 points.
Yeah, unfortunately 0 here. So yellow is the imposter. The main country is Switzerland, and yellow is in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. I mean, I guess the pines make sense for the US. Wow, okay. I should have just went with Switzerland. I wasn't sure if it's low cam, and then I was like, it's probably not, and then I just go France because it looks more French than Austrian or Italian.
I think green looks like Switzerland. Yeah, blue might be Switzerland as well, and red could be Switzerland, but it could also be Austria. Oh, they all could be Austrian. This is tough. I think I'll go with Switzerland being the main country, and then the imposter being yellow, which would be Austria.
Okay, 2 points out of 3. You got it is Switzerland. You got the yellow's the imposter. The imposter is actually Colorado, USA.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh no. Okay, so we have something that looks very much like the Faroe Islands in green. But then we have yellow, which is definitely, which I know the road, basically the hot springs thing in Iceland, in the southwest corner. So I get basically 5k yellow, I think. Red could be in the same area, so probably both Iceland. Wait, what country does the Faroes belong to again?
Denmark, no?
Denmark? Yeah, so I don't think main country should be Denmark here. Unless one of them is Greenland. No, it doesn't make sense. Blue doesn't really look like it could be Iceland ever. Also, green doesn't look like Iceland to me. So green looks like Faroes, blue looks like Sweden or Finland. The other two look like Iceland. So now trying to figure out where we could be here. Can blue ever be Iceland? Never seen so big trees in Iceland. Don't think it can be, to be honest. Honestly, you are trying to trick it. Okay, I'm saying main country Iceland, imposter green, and green is Faroes.
Okay, well, you almost had the right idea there, because blue is indeed the imposter, but Iceland is the main country, and it's not Denmark, as you guessed for green, but indeed Sweden, as you mentioned, so yeah, unlucky.
So blue, Sweden, the rest is Iceland?
Yeah, but I went Iceland on blue, and then I saved it for this.
Okay, right off the bat, red, green, and yellow look a lot like Iceland to me, whereas like blue does not. I mean, red I want to say is 100% Iceland for me because it just feels like that like one town. I think it's called Keflavik, like so southwest of Reykjavik. There's like really like flat and a lot of these type of locations. And green feels like it's trying to get me to go Faroe Islands, but there are some like towns in like far east Iceland that also have this exact kind of like shape with the mountains, so it doesn't necessarily mean much. Yellow to me just feels like classic Iceland landscape. But I'm gonna need to like think about this more a little because I could be getting debated by what to me seems like Iceland, but could actually just be Faroe Islands. And what because like I'm trying to think like what else would the other three be? Because blue to me just feels like generic like northern Sweden, northern Finland, that kind of thing. And it's like obviously none of the other ones are Finland or Sweden because none of them would have like I mean none of them are volcanic first of all, but they also don't have like this type of Arctic climate. I think I'm gonna have to go with Iceland of those three. I think I'm gonna have to go with Iceland. And it just feels like all three of them have like at least like two of them have like the very typical like volcanic black soil, and this green one I'm just gonna have to like assume that it's not Faroe Islands because like that doesn't fit with like the theme. And blue, and I'm not 100% sure on this one, I feel like Sweden is probably most likely, so I'm going 3 Iceland, 1 Sweden.
Very nice, 3 points again. 3 points again. Well worked out. That was great logic, especially on the green round. That was impressive. So well done.
Okay, yeah, this is green is Faroes, yellow is Iceland. Wait, what? Green is also Iceland. Okay, now I see. That makes sense. Yeah, it's like probably East Iceland. And then I need to decide between blue and red. I think red looks fairly Icelandic. Nah, surely the main country is Iceland. I think I'm pretty confident with that. Yeah, and red is also Iceland. Yeah, so blue should be the imposter, and blue is like, I think you're just playing with me. I think that's just Canada or maybe US. I think more on the Canadian side. Yeah, I think that would be my shout. So main country Iceland, and blue the imposter being Canada.
Okay, 2 points, 2 out of 3. You're right that it's Iceland. You're right that blue is the imposter. However, it's Sweden.
And it's US. Oh, Sweden. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, green and red should both be Iceland. And then blue doesn't look like Iceland to me. Oh, wait. Green could be Faroe Islands, actually. But that wouldn't make sense. No. Okay, the main country is Iceland, I think. Red, green, and yellow. And then blue is Sweden, maybe? Yeah, final answer.
3 points. Very nice indeed. Impressive stuff. Okay, Next one here.
Okay. Immediately, I think main country will be Eswatini here. Because bottom right, like the yellow one, it looks a little bit like Chile, Concepcion area, but those planted trees and the view in the sky, I think it should be Eswatini. Green, pretty sure that is also an Eswatini National Park. And red fits with Eswatini. Blue, I mean, I could also see blue, I guess. I haven't particularly seen a road like that in Eswatini yet, but let's see it. I mean, green, I could also see like Botswana or whatever. Yellow, I guess, Chile. And red could be like, I don't know, red could also be like Brazil or whatever, Cambo maybe. Main country Eswatini, I'm locking that in. Imposter, I think I'm gonna have to go with blue for the imposter. I think it's gonna be like a different continent entirely. Mongolia popped into my head, but makes no sense. Blue is in USA.
Okay. Yep. Eswatini is the country, and red is the imposter, which is South Africa.
That's unlucky. Okay.
Red is another one of those cases where, like, I'm looking at it and, like, my first feeling is I feel like I know this. Like, it's just like that's just something that you get a lot when you're like when you like spend a lot of time making maps. It's just like there's so many locations where it just feels like I just look at the dirt, I just look at the trees, and it's like, damn, I've seen this like sometime before, and it's like it's just getting in my head.
Right.
Again, like the map maker Amy is telling me, like the green one to me feels like a very easy like northeast Eswatini National Park. Yellow, it could be a bunch of things, but these trees are also the exact same type of tree that you would find in like western Eswatini in the mountains. So I'm gonna say those two have to be Eswatini as well. And blue feels like a very strong, very good Eswatini bait. But I know that there's like one or two roads like sort of northeast of Mbabane that are like extremely barren and kind of reminds me of that. So I want to say green, yellow, and blue are Eswatini, and red is something else that I know I've seen this. I know I've seen like this type of road with these exact colors. I want to say it's Kenya. I'm really like feeling like it's Kenya, but I feel like that would kind of be like the obvious answer. So I'm trying to think like, could it just be South Africa? Like, could red be like some like red dirt South Africa that is like, that's like the main thing, because like I want to say Kenya, but I can't really put it in Kenya. I feel like it's like that one of these like random forests in South Africa that have like really red soil, and these trees also kind of fit. Not like 100% certain on this, but I'm gonna say green, yellow, and blue are Eswatini, and red is South Africa.
Bro, just better. You literally called out every place where the Eswatini ones were and got the South Africa. That's really, really impressive. Well done.
What do we have here? I feel like yellow is Eswatini. Now I just need to think about the other three. I could still see red being Eswatini, but like it looks very Southeast Asian. But there's like a national park somewhere in Eswatini that kind of looks like it, but I doubt it. Yeah, okay, like I can really see yellow and green being Eswa. That makes a lot of sense to me. But like blue and red, like this red one looks so incredibly Cambodian or similar, or like Thai. I guess that could make sense. I have never seen this road before. I feel like I know all the red roads in Eswa, and I don't think the red one in this one is one of those, because the trees look fairly Southeast Asian, but it's very steep for something like Cambodia. Yeah, okay, I think I go with the main country being Eswa, because yeah, yellow just looks like Eswa to me. Green makes a lot of sense, like the national park in the northeast. Blue I can imagine being Eswa, and red is Cambodia.
So once again, 2 out of 3 points here. You correctly identified that it's Eswatini, and red is the imposter. However, it's South Africa, actually. 150 kilometers north of Eswatini.
Ah, interesting.
Okay, my first thought was the yellow one. It's weird, but I think it's like Western Eswatini. And then blue looks like Eswatini as well. The kind of, the hill in the background. So I think green should then also be like Northeast Eswatini National Park. So I think the main country is Eswatini here, and then red is the imposter, but I don't know. I have no clue what it would be. I was between like Cambodia or Thailand. Could even be Africa. I think I'll go with Thailand being the imposter.
Okay. 2 out of 3 points. It's Eswatini, and red is the imposter, but it is South Africa.
Oh, really? Yeah, that makes sense. But...
So we have the driving side, which is on the right, stone walls. Looks European. On the yellow one, we have like a brown sign. Also on the yellow one, it looks like there's a house hiding in the left corner, which kind of looks like an Irish house or whatever. That's weird. Doesn't really make much sense. This could potentially be something like Spain, just because the houses in the green one look pretty Spanish. Or they could be South American as well, I guess, but I think they look more Spanish or like Italian. Then also, red one has a lot of Norfolk pines, which I associate with like islands. So it could be like Madeira or Canaries or whatever, something like like that, I could see. Blue looks more like Italy than Spain to me. And then again, the yellow one, I'm not picking up any real vibes there at all. Looks like a remote island or something. The sign could be more Italian than Spanish, so maybe I'm going Italy here with the main country. Italy, and the imposter is red, which is, let's say, Portugal.
Okay, so yeah, this was a tough one. The main country is Taiwan.
It crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It did, because bottom right could be like weird tracker. And also you have the stone walls on the right one.
And blue is
That makes sense.
Canaries.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Taiwan is gonna be the country with 3. I'm pretty sure. I mean, yellow feels like the typical. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if it's the one county very close to China, not the Kinmen one, the other one that's more north. That's what it feels like. It has like the same kind of road type, and the others also give me like kind of the Taiwan vibe. Like if I'm looking at the red one, we have the motorcyclists, we have the trees that you would find in like Taiwan's islands usually. I mean, blue and green. I could honestly believe both being in Taiwan. As for which one is like probably more like up to interpretation, I want to say blue. If I'm looking at the green one, it feels like there might be some Chinese characters on that whatever that like dark green sort of thing is. I don't even know what that is, but I feel like there might be some Chinese text on it. Blue I could see being a lot of places. Now I'm running into the trouble where I kind of want to just guess Taiwan and all 4. I mean, blue is the one that like has the most plausible deniability in my eye. Like blue could be in a whole lot of places, including like Madeira, Azores, something like very stupid like that. The vegetation like does feel like not European. Yeah, not entirely sure where I would guess, because like Taiwan just fits so well for it. And okay, I'm gonna go back to looking at the green one. Or am I certain? I'm pretty certain about the red, but I'm actually not certain about the yellow. I feel like the yellow could be Japan even. Yeah, I think I'm slowly changing my mind, and I'm going to say in the end that yellow is Japan and the other 3 are Taiwan. The blue one could be like some other continent too, but yeah, that's my final answer.
Okay, yeah, so almost here. It is Taiwan, the main country, of course, and blue is indeed in the Canaries, so Spain. Yeah.
What do we have here? This is an interesting sign in the yellow one. So like blue, thought about Italy, maybe even that's not San Marino or something, but like looks Italian. Feel like yellow can also be Italy. I will be so off on this one. Green is so confusing to me because I feel like this electricity counter is a Mexican thing, but I just don't know if they also exist like outside of that, because it's always just a metaphor if you guess somewhere in Latin America. Yeah, I feel like the sign in the yellow one is an Italian sign. Maybe I'm wrong with that already, and then like all my hypothesis doesn't make any sense anymore. But it looks like an Italian sign to me, and I can really see blue being Italy, and red I could also see. So I think the main country is Italy, and green is the imposter, and green is, do I just say Mexico because it's mega weird? I think I will get 0 points again, but I think I say imposter is green and Mexico.
Okay, yeah, 0 points on this one. Indeed, the real country you never mentioned. The main country is Taiwan, and the imposter is blue, which is Spain.
I was so confident that the yellow one is an Italian sign that I
Yeah.
was like not even thinking about anything else for that one.
Because you were thinking of Europe, but
Taiwan.
yeah, it makes sense when you
I
realize.
didn't even consider.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, dude. Man, what is this? Blue gives me like a weird Gen 2 Taiwan vibe, which is really weird because the other ones don't really remind me of Taiwan. I guess red could be like Penghu Island or just some weird island in Taiwan, which means that yellow should be Taiwan because there's no way green would be Taiwan. I think green is like South America. What am I looking at? I think I'll go with the main country being Taiwan here. And then green the imposter, which is like, I don't know, to me it looks like Peru or something.
1 point here.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
The main country
Really?
is indeed Taiwan, but the imposter is blue, which is Canaries.
No, I did it again.
You did it
Taiwan
again.
on Canaries. Damn, that's tough.
Next one, interesting. So we have a black back of the sign in the blue one, but at first my general vibe was like Albania, or like Italy. Let's see what I like best here. Yeah, I think most of it looks pretty Albanian to me. And if it is, I don't really know what the imposter would be. I don't know, everything just fits, in my opinion. I think I'm going with Albania. I think like the red one looks like Albanian national parks near the coast. Maybe blue one is too obvious. Yeah, the road doesn't look Albanian. So I think I'm gonna go with blue as imposter.
And which country do you
I'm
think
gonna
it
put
is?
Blue. It looks most Bulgarian to me, but that doesn't really check out with the black sign back, does it? I go with blue Italy.
Okay, so you're right. The main country is Albania. Green is the imposter, and I think it's just about impossible unless you know it. It's actually Netherlands. So, yeah.
Oh no.
It's near that dam thing, you know what I mean?
Okay.
The dam with the blue water,
Well,
if you've come across that before.
If someone knows that, good job to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, more mountains and more Europe, in fact. Right off the bat, yellow, I'm seeing, okay, this is going to be Albania. Okay, I know like some of these. Blue, we're definitely looking at an Albania mountain range somewhere in like northern Albania. This could be like the Prokletye. I could imagine it being, there's some roads up there that look like this. I want to say blue is Albania. Yellow one, I feel like I know, like it's at like Lake Ohrid. It's like the Albanian coverage, like very close to the North Macedonian border. I guess it could be like Montenegro. Montenegro also does have a lake, to be fair, but I'm leaning more Albania. Even though the road lines would be telling me Montenegro normally, I want to say it's Albania. Red, I also feel like it's a particular kind of Albania coverage somewhere on the coast with these trees. It's very common. The only thing that's like kind of messing me up is that like again like any of these could theoretically be Montenegro. I want to say blue is not because I think there's like a black sign back with a sign in the background, and like this bollard also fits with Albania. So blue Albania I'm certain about. I feel like I still have to mark those three as being Albania, and green feels like something that kind of has like an Albanian vibe, but it's like so like sort of there's so much going on like or like at the same time so little that this could literally be like 30 countries. I mean ultimately I think I'm gonna have to go with red, blue, and yellow being in Albania. And as for green, I have so many countries to choose from. Why does green feel so much like Albania? Okay, green is Russia. That's just like a random like biggest country there. Like yeah, I don't have too much else to say about this.
Okay, 2 points out of 3 here. You got all of them except for the imposter country. Green is actually near that dam in Netherlands though. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's why I said like Russia. Like I was never getting Netherlands there. Like that just felt like a location that is completely impossible.
Yeah. I think that would be a fair enough thing to say. If you can guess Netherlands there, you either know it or you're completely genius or something. But yeah, well done to get to there. That's a pretty impressive result.
Okay, very pretty mountain in blue. We have a pole in yellow. It's kind of far away and very small. Could this be... It's not an Albanian pole, no. I feel like with the paint at the bottom on red of the trees, I could imagine being a red being Albania. Oh, we have a bollard on blue as well. I mean, we have a black background of sign. And I don't necessarily think this is Italy. So I could see Albania here. I could see blue and red being Albania. I could also see yellow being Albania around Lake Ohrid. And then it would make green the imposter. So I would... Okay, so my guess for the country, first of all, is Albania. Yeah, and green is the imposter, and it is... I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this like France or something? I don't know, this is a very hard one. Okay, I guess green is France.
Okay, you are once again getting 2 points here. Main country is Albania, and green indeed is the imposter, but it's Netherlands, near like a quarry.
Yeah, what the heck.
Okay. The red one should be a national park in Albania near Durrës. Blue is the national park in the south of Albania near Permet, and yellow is the road to North Macedonia in Albania on the lake. So it should be Albania here. Green here is the imposter, and it kind of looks like southeast NL, my own country. I feel like there's like this weird hill there with mining shit. I think it should be there. So that's my guess here.
Dude, insane. 3 points. Wow. Nicely done.
Yeah.
He called it out every single location. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I like Albania.
Yeah, I can tell. Next one here, let's run it.
Okay, so it should be Cambodia here. The blue one I don't think is Cambodia. I think the blue one is the imposter. Although we have red Gen 4, so maybe I'm wrong completely. Okay, so red is Gen 4. Green definitely looks like Cambodia. Could be, I guess, Sri Lanka. But I could also see this now being like Indo. Philly is the main country because of the Gen 4. Which one do I think would be more likely here? I mean, blue looks like South America or Philippines. So I'm still thinking blue is a very good imposter candidate. Red just fits for like Indonesia or Philippines, I think. Oh wait, is green ever Brazil? Yeah. Fences look kind of South American now. Interesting, interesting. Maybe I'm changing up my logic completely here. We had a Brazil already, so I don't think the main country will be Brazil. I'm gonna go with main country Philippines. The green one is Roraima.
So you're right, the green is Roraima. This is another Brazil. Blue is the imposter. This is impossible. This is just impossible. It's Reunion.
No. Oh, okay. I would have gone for Adamstown.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, you almost pulled a point, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, that's bad.
And we're back in the tropics. Okay, I want to say Brazil has to be in here somewhere. Like, this has to be like a Brazil kind of thing. I want to say blue feels extremely suspicious. I mean, blue could be like a million things, but like this doesn't feel like I'm looking at the road and it doesn't look like there's like two like distinct tracks. It looks like there's like one track in the middle. So it shouldn't be like a road that is like traversed by like vehicles very often.
Right.
And it kind of reminds me of Pitcairn. In all honesty, it kind of reminds me of Pitcairn, and that's like that's pretty scary. Blue first thought was like Cambodia. On second thought, like it could be Roraima as well. And the others kind of fit more with Brazil. Like I feel like red to me feels extremely Brazilian with the kind of like the pavement and just like the sort of like the feel of the entire thing. It feels like some kind of coverage real like near Rio de Janeiro or something. This mountain coverage very average. So I'm gonna say red, green, and yellow are Brazil. And I mean, this could be a stupid guess, but like the color of the soil is like very deep red, and just like the whole like very like narrow weird feeling of this road. I'm gonna go with Pitcairn on that one. So final answer.
Okay, indeed, the main country is Brazil. Well done there. Blue, I really like the guess, but it's actually Reunion. Some Reunion tracking.
Okay, yeah, I'm never guessing Reunion there.
So green, I immediately thought of Brazil, like Roraima. Okay, I feel like the main country should be Brazil. Now I just need to find out which location is not Brazil. Could this be Colombia? Wait, no, surely not. So I think red is Brazil. That seems Brazilian to me. I mean, blue, to be honest, could be anywhere in Latin America. And maybe not anywhere, but like Brazil, Mexico, Colombia. Green, my first thought was Roraima, but like now I also think Cambodia. Why am I so bad at telling the two apart right now? Like normally I'm kind of good at that. What are you doing to me? We have like a fence that I don't really see in Cambodia. So I think Brazil is the main country, yellow is the imposter, and is Mexico.
Okay, so in this one, you got 1 point. Getting the main country is Brazil, and blue is the imposter. Again, one of these kind of impossible tier ones. It's actually Reunion Island, so there you go.
Bro.
Still a point, which is not too bad.
Wait, this is so weird. I feel like there's like two imposters here. What? Blue, I thought it was like Colombia or Philippines. And then yellow looks like Mexico, green looks like Cambodia, and red like Mexico again or something. Which is 4 different countries, so I'm a bit confused here. Dude, green should be like Cambodia. I think that's the imposter then maybe. I think the main country is Mexico or Colombia then. Is yellow like Yucatan maybe? Oh, but green could also be Mexico. This is really weird. Now I'm gonna go with Mexico being the main country and green being the imposter in Cambodia, I think.
Okay, 0 points here, actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah, main country is Brazil, and then blue is Reunion.
What? No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm never getting that.
Final round.
Final round. And we are in the USA. So 3 Oklahomas and 1 South Africa. It's 3 Oklahomas. I think the vegetation makes sense for that. Maybe I'm thinking too deep here, but I think blue is the imposter and blue is in Eswatini.
So, I'll say the main country is in Europe. Where do you think it is?
Main country in Europe.
Yeah.
Pro what? Really real red soil?
Yes. Yeah, and it's 1 Oklahoma. Green is Oklahoma.
Okay, you have to. Okay, come on. The last location has to be something like more Beatty than just like Zelensky's hometown. Like I feel like people know about the Krivirika, like red soil now. I feel like that's like common knowledge. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, and maybe it's not even Ukraine. Maybe it's something else. But I mean, looking at the blue, like this is like not a natural environment. Like it's red soil and all that, but like I'm looking at like this, like I don't even know what this is to the right, but it looks like some kind of mining operations, like leftover material. Like it's just like random dirt, like a random pile of dirt that was like put there by humans. I'm looking at the red, and I'm seeing like some gate in the background that is very distinctly European to me. Like I wouldn't place it being anywhere outside of Eastern Europe. I mean, living in Hungary at the trees also feel like kind of could be like outside of where I am. And yellow, it does not feel like a natural like red dirt color to me. So I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure that like red, blue, and yellow are in Kryvyi, Ukraine. And green just looks like some like average like red soil country. Like that sounds like the part of the round where you're like trying to make it seem like trying to guide like the player into like guessing some like regular red dirt country. So I'm gonna say green, random red country guess, Brazil.
Taken apart, but yeah, 2 out of 3 points there. You're indeed right that those are all Kryvyi locations. And then green is the imposter, but it's Oklahoma City on the lake there. So yeah.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Okay, very red soil everywhere. I think green is Oklahoma. I feel like I've seen this road before. I'm not sure, but like it looks fairly similar to the one I've seen. So I just lock this in my head and now think around the rest. Yellow, I could also see being US. I feel like one of those is Ukraine in Geoguessr. But I don't know which one. Maybe I'm completely off with that, but I've seen this road looks so similar to the one I saw in Oklahoma. It was like the biggest bait ever. I just stay with that. Okay, green is Oklahoma. Like, okay, if this is like Ukraine, red, blue, and yellow, that would be so funny. And like green US. Dude, this is like so unlikely, but I kind of want to guess that almost. Okay, I just go for it because last round it's funny. So I guess main country is Ukraine. And green is the imposter and is US Oklahoma.
Dude, you did it! You did it! You cracked it! No shot! Well done. You're the first person as well.
Oh my god.
Well done.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Okay. Why they all look the same? This is like the same location. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be so wrong here. I feel like yellow could be Ukraine, which is a really weird guess here, and it might be so wrong. But red looks Ukrainian as well. Yeah, red and yellow should both be Ukraine, I think. So I'm gonna go with the main country being Ukraine, and then I'm not sure which one is the imposter here. Green low-key could be like Oklahoma in the US, because they have red soil there as well. I think I'll go with blue being Ukraine as well then, and then maybe the imposter country is just green being like Brazil, surely.
Okay, 2 out of 3 points. It is indeed Ukraine. Green is the imposter, and it is Oklahoma City.
Oh no!
Fumbled it.
Shit.
Nice try there. That's a real good score. Right, there you go, guys. Steak coming out with the victory. Can't say it was entirely a surprise, but with Debre's map-making skill, I think it's still pretty crazy that he was able to come out with a W. Well played to all 4 players, though. They all had their highlights. And guys, I say thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe, and goodbye.